Hi guys, my name is Timo from Mauritius Sotheby's International Realty, and welcome to another episode of 2 Minute Tuesdays. In past episodes I have touched on residency in Mauritius, how you get in here, the various permits and visas, but I've never explored it in full and summarized it all in one episode, and a lot of the questions recently have been around that, so I thought I'd give it a shot and try and answer that. So firstly, residency by acquisition, and obviously that's something we're very familiar with as a real estate agency. You can purchase a property in a specific scheme in Mauritius, whether it's an RS, an RES, a PDS, Ground Plus 2 or Smart City, and as long as your purchase price is over $375,000, you, your dependents, which includes your spouse and your kids, as well as your parents, can become resident in Mauritius, and that residency lasts for as long as you own that property. So that's number one. Number two, residency via retirement. Now, if you're a retiree being 50 plus, I know that's young to be a retiree, but that's the rule. Very, very simple. You've got to submit a couple of documents, but most importantly, you have to have access to at least $1,500 a month, or equivalent of $18,000 a year. Now you can use that money to live in Mauritius, so you're going to use that money anyway when you're here, and that qualifies you for a 10-year residency retiree permit that is renewable every 10 years. So that's number two. Okay, number three is you can get residency through a work permit, and there are two ways of doing that. You can qualify as a professional meaning that you are employed by a Mauritian company, you earn at least 30,000 rupees a month, and that permit is valid for a 10-year period, and or for as long as you have that job. And then there's a second option, which is the Young Professional Occupation Permit. As you know, or may not know, Mauritius has put a huge amount of emphasis on tertiary education. There are a number of universities that have opened here over the last decade, and their whole aim is to retain foreign students who have qualified here, retain them within the Mauritian workforce market, and the Young Professional Occupational Permit is a permit that is valid for 3 years, and you qualify to work in Mauritius and go out and get a job. So very progressive and very advantageous to someone who chooses to come and study and then live and work in Mauritius. Number four, you can qualify for residency through investment. Now there are a host of investment opportunities. You can invest into new fintech startups. You can invest into companies that are needing investment. Generally that amount is around the $50,000 mark. You have to contribute $50,000 to that business, and through partnership you then qualify for residency. That residency applies again to you and your family. And then number five is the live option as it's defined on the EDB website. I've touched on the one already in the past. It's the premium visa. Effectively it's for digital nomad type people, consultants who want to live in Mauritius. They don't work in the Mauritian workforce per se, but they base themselves over here and they earn their income offshore. The premium visa is valid for 1 year, and it is renewable after that for another year. And then you get the second option, which is quite new. It got legislated quite recently, as the Family Occupational Permit. Now the Family Occupational Permit, one of the big provisos is you have to make a contribution of $250,000, a significant amount of money, to the COVID Upliftment Fund. So it goes into projects. The money you contribute goes to the upliftment of the communities. And what that means is you as a family unit, it's you, your wife, your kids, your parents, all of you can come over, you can invest into a business, you can work in a business, and that visa is valid for a period of 10 years and then renewable after that. And it's a solution for big family units who want to move over en masse to come and live over here. So obviously the visa and the permanent residency route that we prefer is the by investment. and acquisition, because if you spend $375,000 on a property, I've got a good chance of selling you that property. But all the other categories, people who come and live here, they're going to have to rent. And if you fall into one of those categories, we would be so happy to guide you through that process, point you in the right direction. The EDB website is a great reference point, so go and have a look at that. But any questions you may have around coming to work, live, play in Mauritius on a semi-permanent or permanent basis, Mauritius Sotheby's International Realty is so well placed to assist you in that process, and we would be delighted to do so. So I hope that's added some value. That's a wrap from the 2 Minute Tuesday team. Cheers and have an awesome week.